there, gorgeous. I'm back. Time for another tips and tricks tutorial for you. This time we're going to talk about eyes. So I already showed you my mini double decker. This is my personal compact and the first one I got when I was a customer. So before I became an artist and overly addicted. I love it because with 10 full-size tins, you get this free compact that has two sides and room to grow, right? So this is magnetic. So all of these guys, they just like pop out and they pop back in and they're there to stay. See? Boop. You pop it in and it's not going anywhere, okay? And I love it because I can keep my creams separated from my powders because I don't want my powders into my creams because if that happens, then I don't have creams anymore. And you can, here's a tip for you. Take the lid. This is what a lid looks like on one of these tins when they arrive. You can see here that my beloved main highlight has been well loved and used. I would simply take the lid instead of trying to jam my finger in there and make a mess and stick my finger in it. I just jam it in between and lift and pop that puppy right out. So I have all these other colors I can use. Just because one color runs out, I just replaced that one color for $14. It's free shipping every single time. It doesn't matter if you pay $14 or if you pay $12. It doesn't matter. Free shipping to you, okay? And you get a compact for free depending on how many tins you buy each and every time, okay? Another note here is, let's say you order something like pink grapefruit, which is what I'm wearing right now, and then you get it and you're like, holy cow, that's Barbie. Don't want that. Too not for me. Guess what you do? You return it. You exchange it. Okay? You get your money back or you get it exchanged for free. They always ship it to you for free. However, if you return something, I mean, it can't look like this. This is a well-loved tin. This one, I've used a couple times. I'm like, it's just not for me. This one you can return. This one you're a jerk if you return, okay? Now, if your tin looks like this after 2 months, you've been using too much, okay? After 2 months, your tin should maybe look like this, okay? So it should last on average anywhere from 3 to 6 months depending on how much makeup you put on. But I digress. Anyway, today we're gonna do eyes, and I'm gonna do 2 eyes, one on this side and one on this side. I'm gonna use my powders on one end, and then I'm going to take my super duper gorgeous cream eyeshadows and put them on the other eye. We only have 4 cream colors because they're kind of brand new. We have Arabian Nights, Spiced, Tangled, and Sapphire. This guy over here is called Black Friday. She is an eyeliner. She is the reason I took the plunge and jumped on buying mascara as a customer first time around. I am an eyeliner addict. Straight out of the 80s. But we're going to do 2 looks, and I like to prep my eye by just putting some of my brightening highlight. Okay, I'm just gonna, we have a full face makeup on. Another tip for you is, I recommend you do your makeup, like your actual hack or highlight and contour, after your eyes. So the first thing you should do is an eyeshadow look, especially if you're going to use multiple colors and do something a little more dramatic, because then you don't have to worry about all that fall off down here. But since I already have my makeup, I'm just going to clean this up. And the reason I put highlight on my eyelid is to prepare it, okay? It's going to be a little bit sticky. It's going to help that powder especially get stuck onto my lid and stay there better. I am going to actually do my creams first, just so you can see that. We're going to do a super simple look using 3 of these colors. Maybe we'll stick some blue in there just for giggles. And for cream, it's the same thing. I just did that. I'm actually going to take a little bit of my Vanilla Dust setting powder. You can use any translucent powder that you want. I'm going to stick that on top of my cream, because I'm putting a cream on, and cream sticks better onto a powdered surface. Wouldn't that make sense? Yes, it does. So now I have a prepared surface. I love the creams because holy cow are they easy to use. You just take your finger, whoosh, whoosh, done. These are also really subtle and really nice. So if you have a teenager, somebody going back to school, you know, it's super easy. This is Tangled. Look how gorgeous this thing is. And I could use Tangled as a base and then stick, you know, a powdered one on top. I'll stick some in the crease too. And then this is going to be a nice cream base for the powder to stick to, kind of, instead of doing the, what's it called? Main highlight on here. All right. So that is Tangled. Same finger or a different finger. I'm going to take Spiced. Okay, that's this color over here, kind of like a beautiful rusty color. Let me swatch it for you. And it's like, you can't even see it on the screen right now, but it's like, it's a brown, but it's more of a rusty brown. It has more shimmer than it, you know, you can see right now. So I'm just gonna dip my finger in here, and this I'm gonna put right here, kind of like my outer corner. I mean, how easy is that, right? Your finger is your thing. And I can take my brush, you know, if it goes a little too far, because it's cream. Cream under, cream over, clean it up. Basically make it how I want it. Now I will take, for this I can use my eyeshadow everything brush. I can use the dome end to apply it. I can use the multitasker. This is gonna pick up product differently, so it's a little better suited for the cream shadows. Or I could take a brush that I don't have on me right now, which is the Blend and Tap, which is just amazing for all kinds of things. But I'm gonna take the multitasker, and I'm gonna take the smaller flat end, and I'm gonna go into Arabian Nights with that one. And just my Arabian Nights here. I'm gonna give myself and eyeliner. I mean, how gorgeous is that? This is such a pretty color, and it's subtle too. You want to know a tip? A fun little hack or a trick? You can actually take any eyeshadow that you have, and you can put a little stay spray onto your hand, dip the brush in it before you dip it in the eyeshadow, and it's going to become more pigmented, and the stay spray, it's going to make it more like a liquid, and it's going to stay in place, so you can create whatever eyeshadow or eyeliner you want out of any eyeshadow you have by using a stay spray. And then you can play around with this wingtip however you want. You can bring it down under here a little bit, but I think we're gonna do a little bit of blue. So you can use the small end. You can, I mean, these have so few ingredients in them that I can actually put this on my waterline safely. Can you imagine how gorgeous that is if you're a blue-eyed girl? I've always loved, I'm born and raised in Scandinavia, and I would see a lot of very blue-eyed, very blonde girls, and something going on right here. This is never easy on a phone, girls. You know that, right? But yeah, they would have blue, at least in the 90s, blue mascara and blue eyeliner, and oh my goodness, especially the stewardesses, they would just look gorgeous. There. Now if I want to build it up a little bit, I can take my dampen. I'm going into Tangled, cleaning it up over here a little bit. I'm going back into Spiced. Just tap it on, you know, in the outer corners here. I will wipe it take some more of that Tangled and clean it up. There. Now, what I don't want to do right now with my Vanilla Dust is put some on top, because Vanilla Dust has a little bit of pigment in it. Okay, it's a little bit of bright color in there. But if I had an translucent setting powder, I would dip my finger in the translucent setting powder and just tap it on there, and it will help the cream basically stay put even longer. But this is going to stay right there. It's not going to crease. Definitely not as much as I'm used to them creasing and going into my smiley wrinkles when I'm using cream eyeliners. There. But if you set your makeup, if you're going to be out all night, if it's super sweaty, if it's going to be melty, anything like that, rainy, snowy, setting your makeup will never be a bad idea. Just means it stays in place for a little bit longer. All right. This video I think is going to be a little bit longer because we're doing two different things. Next up, I'm going to use the eyeshadow everything. I am going to use the multitasker that I just used to do the creams. And I might use the hotline brush, which is the must-have brush if you do brows, because you can spoolie. You know what else? You can tame your brows if you're lucky enough to have brows that go everywhere. You take, again, the Stay Spray, which you set your makeup with. You spray some on your face, and as you do your thing, comb your brows, and it'll tame them. Okay? It'll set them where they need to be. And I love this. You see, they both have, wrong brush. They both have skinny ends, the multitasker and the hotline, but the hotlines is angled. So it's very easy to do wingtip or like paint your brows in. I don't really play around with my brows too much. I'm lucky enough to have them dark and kind of bushy, but you can see here, there are some places that we could definitely fill them in. So I've done it with both of those. Anyway, I digress. I go back to my mini double decker. I have my one eye look of 4 colors. We have Sabrina, Blondie, Bright Eyes, and Bird. Okay? Shimmer, 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 matte. I never want to put a shimmer in my crease, but I absolutely love these colors. I can use them individually. Sabrina is a color, Sabrina, Rome, or Cupcake. It's one of these. It's a variation of the light ones. You need it. You must have it in your compact. You can tell it's well loved. And the beauty is, you know how you buy eyeshadows in the store and it comes in a compact with 4? If you run out of your favorite, you have to buy a whole new compact, even though you've not touched the other ones yet. Here, pop out the color that you ran out of. Pop in a new one. Free shipping. And you're good to go. So kind of like with Tangled, I'm just going to put this all over. Set the canvas. Especially under my crease here, okay? Then I am going to take Bird, this brown color. It looks very dark. You'll see that it is actually not crazy dark. And when you're shopping eyeshadows, reach out to me. I have most of them. I've seen most of them. I can recommend darker, lighter. I can recommend combinations if you don't find enough inspiration from this particular party. Oh. I'm so used to doing both eyes at the same time, right? Good. Now, it's going to go a little down, right? I don't want the eyeshadow this far down, but it's okay. It's cream. Watch. Boom. Cleaned up. All right. That's the beauty about cream. You clean it up. If you haven't set it, you can fix it. Now, 2 things. I could play around with this brush, or I can go in with the multitasker. I actually like doing eyeshadow with the multitasker. By the way, multitasker, because it does anything. You apply lipstick with it, you line your lips with it, you spot treat things, like, what are these called, zits. You apply eyeliner with it, you fill your brows with it, you apply your nose contour and super thin lines with it. You can pick your nose with it. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably something my son would do. But you can do anything with it, including applying eyeshadow, cream or powder. Anyway, I digress. I go into Blondie. Blondie is very similar to Gold Digger. So if you want Gold Digger or Blondie, they're next to each other on the shimmery section of eyeshadows. And the reason I like to apply it with the multitasker is because I get precision application, because it's a small, dense brush. And because it's a small, dense brush, I also pick up more product and apply more product than I would with either end of the eyeshadow everything brush. Now, I did Blondie on the inner corner of my eye. Let's see if you can see. It picks up light without being obnoxiously like shimmery. It is so pretty. It's one of my favorites. Summer, fall, winter, Christmas, I'm probably gonna have that on. Now this one, Bright Eyes. There are multiple variations of a darker one. This one is rustier. If it's not rusty enough for you, try Ginger. It's Bright Eyes' cousin. And I apply it here on the outer corner. And in a minute, I'm gonna marry them a little bit. But you wanna be quite strategic. There. I don't want to go too much up here because we already have bird in the crease. So now that it's married, I just gently tap on along the line. Especially if you use something super dark and you don't want it to like take over the lighter color. You just want to pat. You can go back to your eyeshadow everything brush if you want, because they're not, I can blend them because it's not like black. I didn't put any product on. I'm just swiping, which means I'm blending and making a little, what is the word? What is the word of the day? I'm just making it, holy cow, lighter. Lighter application, not so thick. Cool. I take the dome end of my eyeshadow everything brush. I go back into Sabrina. And I just apply it anywhere I want to brighten. So 2 things you want to do and keep an eye on when you do your eyeshadows. You're going to want something brighter right under the brow. And if you bring your brown color under your lash line, I like to do darker colors no more than 1/3 of the way in, because we don't want to close that eye off. We want bright eyes, okay? And then on the opposite side, I would either take Blondie or Sabrina and bring it in here to kind of open my eye up. I'm going in for Blondie. I'm using my multitasker. And I am just dragging it in here. And I put it in straight down. Right? Just to get the edges so that I can paint it on my lash line without dragging it all the way down my face. You can kind of see the shimmeriness here. Now, gorgeous. I am going to go into my creams, and I'm going to take Black Friday. It's our cream eyeliner. Get my thing. When you do your eyeliner, you want to stick as close to the lash line as you possibly can. When you do that, it gives you the illusion of a thicker lash line. So like darker, more lashes than you might have, okay? And you don't eat up all the space on your eyelid. You see the difference here? You can kind of see this one has a wingtip, but it's like a darker brown. It's more subtle than the black one, and it's very close, so it kind of gives you the illusion that my lashes are going on there. Here's another thing. Again, I told you they're very clean product. Sorry if somebody has like eye issues here, but you can apply anything. If you want to put big grapefruit in your eye, you're more than welcome to. I mean, you might not want to leave your house. Just be mask on with bright pink eyes, people are gonna be like, oh, pink eye. Top of everything else that's scary in the world right now. But when you apply black eyeliner on your waterline, so basically in your eye, it makes your lash line look bigger. If you have small eyes, you don't want to put it in your lash line. If you have hooded eyes, you're going to want to bring the wingtip a little bit different. You might want to do the waterline instead of doing the line on top of your lashes. Okay? Here we're going to take my main compact. It's already a little black, but that's okay because I have very dark brows anyway. But I'm going to show you a trick here. All right, I'm going to go into my contour. Remember, that's the one we did our shadows with. I'm going to dip it in there. And I'm going to just do little strokes. Especially this brow. I don't know why it stand out. You see, it's not the exact color of my hair, but it matches. And when I stick it in my brow, it fills it out where it needs to. And because this is a cream, it also tames my brows, keeps them in place. Holy cow, it's like, I'm always so nervous doing my brows, especially on educational videos, because I'm 36 years old, and I've never actually ever filled in my brows. And if I have, let's just say I didn't do it right. So if you know how to fill in your brows, girl, give yourself a pat on the back. Again, powder, no, not powder, cream. It's very easy to fix if you mess it up. Cool. Last but not least, illuminator. Illuminator, we have creams, we have powders, we have multiple colors. Illuminator is a must-have. Must-have. Here's the problem when you get a quad. This guy. You can do your whole face with it, but you got to sacrifice something because it only fits 4 colors. Now, if you want your main highlight, your brightening highlight, your contour, and 1 lip and cheek color, you get no illuminator. Well, you can get an illuminator, but it won't fit in here, okay? Illuminator is magic. It's something that doesn't make you look shiny or glittery or anything along those lines. It gives that illusion, depending on how the light hits you, that you've been lit up by like candlelight, or that your skin is glowing from within. Do you see how it picks up? There's nothing shiny about it. This color is called Honey. I can stick it under my brow. I can stick it on my whole lid if I want to, for that matter. I put it in here. I like to put it on the bridge of my nose and the tip. And I like to put it on the Cupid's bow. Again, give the illusion that my lips are like popping. I can stick it on my collarbones. Maybe I don't want to do that in winter. I mean, I could just bathe in this stuff. Boom. Oh, mascara. Huh. Okay. In my opinion, you need lots and lots of mascara if you do a bold eye. This technique I showed you today with my eyes, you can use with any colors. Creams are fantastic. If you're one of those people who do your makeup while commuting to work, so easy. You bring one brush and your fingers and you're good to go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any videos or tutorials that you would like to see, you can comment below. You can reach out to me directly. Definitely go check out my VIP group on Facebook called Mascara Beauty, and then there's like kissy lips, but Mascara Beauty. That's me. All of my girls are there. I post a couple times a day. There's always going to be tutorials, videos, recommendations. If you have questions, I mean, I'm here for you. So I hope you liked it. I hope you like my color choices. On to the next video. Bye, girls.